I'm feeling fine tonight.
And what's up, everybody? We're doing some mouth noises.
That's fun. Boom, 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 boom.
Shout out to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No, that's some good stuff.
Are they all still alive? Are they still around?
I know that was
That's
a
a good
couple
question.
people's jams. I don't know. So, what's some of we're here with John.
Kenny.
Tyler.
Okay, it's not Tyler.
Brandon.
No, you were too astute on that one. Like, this is Tyler.
This is Tyler.
This is Tyler.
Tyler sounds more like, this is Tyler.
I turned you up a little bit, Brendan.
This is Tyler.
There we go.
This
Shaq.
is Tyler.
Na 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 na.
Dude, I have this all the way up. Is that as loud as you can go?
I'm fine.
I'm just saying.
It's kind of pointed down. Like his mic is
Point
not
at your
up
mouth.
in his mouth.
Da na 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 na
See,
na.
There we
makes it
go.
work
Now we've
different.
got file and a file. I got music stuff there. Anyways, so we're here with John, Kenny, and Brandon. So what is some guilty pleasure music you listen to? Like, we talked about this on previous podcasts. Excuse me, me and Kenny. And who else was it? Was it Sam? Sam? We talked
Yeah.
about what our guilty pleasure stuff is with music. What's one of yours? Because generally when you see us or whatever, like, oh, well, I'm really into metal and blah 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 blah. By the way, I really like Jamiroquai. So
Okay. I listen to a lot of Motown, a lot of R&B. I've been getting into Anderson.Paak. That's how you pronounce his name.
is that a recent or new artist?
Yeah, he's new. So he does like so it's kind of like mixture R&B with like a lot of rap, but he plays drums and sings at the same times and raps, and he's actually very, very good. And
Is
they
it
have a
R and or B or just R&B? Like, what is rhythm and blues, right?
rhythm and blues, yeah, with like a lot of like hip hop and rap qualities added to it as well. But when they play live, it's Anderson.Paak and the Free Nationals, and it's like a full band, and they're actually very tight. They got videos on YouTube of them playing.
The Free Nationals,
Huh.
like the baseball team.
Yeah, similar, like their division.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were at the Super Bowl last year.
Did they? Oh.
They did
wait.
really well.
I thought you said
Did they
baseball.
score a goal?
A couple.
Touchdown.
Everyone's really confused on what we're talking about now because we went through like 4 different sports.
The end game was negative points, so they won.
And they got a mulligan.
A lot of Eagles.
Dude, I went to a Chicago Fire game before. It was pretty fucking fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do they play at?
Chicago? No,
Well,
it's I don't know the name. It's like
They don't play at the Bears Stadium.
no, they have their own stadium.
Yeah.
I
that's what
can't think of the name of
I
it.
don't know where that's at.
I've been there a couple times. I had a buddy that worked for them before, so we had sweet tickets.
Mm-hmm.
But it was it was fun. Like it was drinking and eating and
I
no,
feel,
it was cool.
and I feel so bad because I know all the stadiums in Chicago except for that one apparently.
It's where they had the open air at
Oh,
Toyota Stadium.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
Toyota.
that's where
yeah.
they play at.
oh,
And like Rammstein, like is there shooting fire everywhere. Which
cool.
I wish
Mhm.
I could have went to some of those shows. I definitely did not get to make it to any of those,
Mhm.
and that kind of makes me sad.
Yeah, me neither. I was kind of upset about that too.
So, outside of that, though, so is that it? You don't got any other
I mean, I listen to a lot of different stuff.
like?
I was a big guilty pleasure was Bruno Mars.
Really?
Oh God.
Again,
He's Filipino.
their live band is very tight, and I really appreciate a nice top. So I don't even really like the art. I went to Lollapalooza a couple years ago,
Lollapalooza.
and I was going to see. Both my friends were going. They both wanted to see two of the headliners at the same time. It was Metallica, and it was Sam Smith. And I
Okay.
dislike
Sam
Metallica.
Smith. What does he do?
He's a
He like a
damn.
like a pop
Yeah.
singer.
I know that name.
It's pop.
If you search Sam Smith, guaranteed you've heard this song before.
Yeah,
I just don't know the name.
Is it
of
like Ed Sheeran, like one of those people?
Mhm.
kind of.
Ed Sheeran was
Closer
on
to
Game of
Adele.
Thrones, wasn't it? Was it Ed, or is that Sam Smith?
No, Ed Sheeran was on Game of Thrones.
That
That was
was on
weird.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You guys are just saying stuff. I've
No, he
never
really-
seen any of it, so I don't know if it's true or not.
No,
you
he
guys
really-
are just saying.
He really was on Game of Thrones. I'm not
Definitely
even kidding.
true.
At the opening scene of the last season, I'm like, who's this fucker singing?
Yeah, he's just sitting
I'm like, oh, it's Ed Sheeran. Fuck
Really?
you, Ed Sheeran.
I feel like that doesn't fit the essence of that show.
It actually really does. Like he's a
Yeah.
ginger-haired
Okay.
guy.
There's a lot of celebrity guests on.
Oh, so it's not his music.
No,
he's
Oh.
just
No, it's just
no.
I
him.
thought they played an Ed Sheeran songs like the ending
No,
credits. I was like,
that
that
would've been
doesn't
weird.
make any sense.
No, well, they had Mastodon was in it too, but they were some of the not White Walkers, the dead people.
Okay. See that makes more sense.
Yeah,
I could
Mastodon,
I
yeah.
could see Ed Sheeran on the show, like just as a character.
It's like, hey, I think he didn't he just sing. That was his lines. He said a couple words to whatever and sang.
The part that's funny is that he got a couple. They
That's
made
his
fun of
band.
him. Yeah, they made fun of him, but somebody else sang in
Really?
the scene. Yeah, he didn't sing in the scene. Yeah, somebody
Interesting.
else sang. Yeah.
I didn't think Game of Thrones to make pop culture references.
Yeah, they do. There's a lot of like I think pop culture people that are really into
Fantasy
The
and
thrones and stuff.
dragons and
LARPing.
magic, all that shit.
Lightning Bolt. I need to watch it. I need to
Lightning
get on
Bolt.
it.
It's good, dude.
It's almost over. I
Like,
need to get to
We've
it.
got well, you've got like a year to watch. They're not
Yeah.
2019's the next one.
hmm
Yeah. They have plenty of time. I got all year.
Dude, I binge watched the first 5 seasons.
Seriously.
The first episode. Spoil. If you haven't seen the first,
No,
have you
it's-
By
seen it?
now,
No, I actually haven't.
Okay, well,
But I know everything about it. That's just it. I know so much about this show I've never seen before. And at this point, I feel like, it's kind of like one of those things where you don't know something, and at a certain point, you're too afraid to ask what it is because you're just going to look like an asshole.
no, I had to. Well, spoiler alert: the very first fucking scene, dude gets his head chopped off.
Cool.
The first episode, I'm like, dude, this show is awesome.
they
They cut his.
push a child out of a castle.
Well, that's not. That's a couple episodes in though.
And doesn't
But like literally,
But
the
that's
first
when I was hooked.
episode.
there's a sweet incest scene, right?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of.
first
There's
episode?
nudity and sex. Usually,
Well,
like
yeah,
every
it's
episode.
HBO.
If you haven't seen
Somebody's nipples is out.
it yet, yeah, someone's nipples
Male,
out or they're fucking
female.
or
Or they
one of those
booty,
things. Yeah.
Almost a coochie, aka Amelia Clark.
She's like, whatever, I'll get naked. And she got naked again. That stupid lady that didn't really make very many awesome movies, she didn't get naked she got a body double or something.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen her in a movie since. But that Emilia Clarke or whatever, she's in like everything now.
Mm-hmm. So I
I
don't
do.
care. I show
Yeah.
my titty everywhere. I was doing it on Broadway. I was sitting like, damn, I need to go to Broadway.
But no, anyways.
Love that girl.
Amelia Clark's
She's fine.
nipples live.
Yeah. So what are some of the shows you get down to for all the fans out there that are Time is Enemy fans, industry? But no, so they get to know Brandon. They know us. We're 25 episodes deep. What about Brandon?
It's true. I'm
This
two
is the second
episodes
episode, yeah.
deep.
So
Like
what's some stuff you get
so
into?
concerts that I've been to that were super cool.
No shows.
Shows.
Like
Yeah.
TV shows.
TV shows.
Oh.
Like Netflix
Um,
things or
Yeah. So since December, I'm on my 4th run through of The Office, just because I just leave it on and I don't really watch
British
it.
Office or regular Office?
I tried watching British Office. Although I get British humor, I didn't get this British. I was like, yeah, it's cool. And then
I
I
thought
like,
it was
turned off.
hilarious.
It was good.
I
It was just
find
like,
the British one a little bit better. It's just that awkward comedy sometimes. I have a hard time watching because it's so awkward.
yeah, definitely.
But it's pretty good.
I have to get into it. After that, I've just been watching a lot of other stuff that's been going around. I watched Stranger Things again when it came back out. I
I need to watch that.
I rewatched Breaking Bad again.
Great.
Yeah, because I got through Better Call Saul. And I was like, I'll watch it again, just to get through it. Better Call Saul's coming up again. New season.
Season 3, right?
They're gonna start. No, season 4.
Did I miss season 3?
Yeah,
I think I
season
might have.
3 was like 2017.
I might have missed it.
Yeah, it ended in like September or something.
God.
But they're getting ended. Great ending too. Fantastic ending to season 3. Yeah, very cliffhanger.
I'll definitely be down to watch it.
Yeah, and I think next season they're gonna start adding in a lot of like Breaking Bad element. Like obviously they're getting pretty close in there. I don't know how
Mhm.
much you've seen, so I'm not gonna spoil.
I've only
anything.
seen the first 2 episodes. I'm not first 2 episodes, first 2 seasons.
It was super slow at first. I didn't like the first season.
When they brought
And I
back,
want back.
spoiler alert. Have you watched any of it? It's
I
not
don't
really
think I'm
ruining it.
gonna.
It's 3 or 4
Oh,
years old now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when they brought back Tuco,
Yeah. Okay. So
and he
they
showed up. I was like, "Yay!" I've only seen the first 2 seasons.
I'm not
So-
gonna say spoiler. They are bringing back a lot of other like key characters. Though.
Cool. I'm excited.
Definitely. So a lot of the characters that like obviously Aaron Paul who plays Jesse and Bryan Cranston, they have like indefinitely. Although Aaron Paul says that he wants to come back and he wants to do stuff with that. 'Cause by the way, Breaking Bad just celebrated 10 years. The first episode aired 10 years ago.
Really, that seems so
Damn.
long ago.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was balls deep into that. Every episode that came out.
I didn't watch it until 2 years after it ended.
Well, that's not too
Yeah,
bad though.
I watched it when
It
I
ended
watched
right.
like binge watched it when it was done.
I like the fact that the whole time everyone's like, well, they're going to cut to Malcolm in the Middle and he's going to be witness protection as the dad. That was like the biggest thing a lot of us were talking about. I was like, that'd be hilarious.
I would love to have Frankie Muniz just as like a cameo.
His career went nowhere.
He retired. That's why.
He didn't do shit though. What did he do?
He did Malcolm in the Middle.
He made enough money with Malcolm in the Middle.
That's exactly what he did.
That went into syndication, right? So with syndication, you make a shit ton of money.
Exactly.
He made a whole bunch of money. He was like, I'm like 22 years old, and I'm done.
Doesn't have to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He just doesn't have to. I think he did do like a B movie afterwards, and
he did a couple movies.
My Big Fat Liar.
And it literally
Disney movies.
Yeah, it literally looked like he was just there. He's just like, meh. I guess I'm Frankie Muniz.
I know hate to Frankie Muniz because he doesn't really do anything stupid. So
right, exactly.
Same with like Hayden Christensen, also retired actor.
Christensen
plays Anakin in the prequel series.
Oh yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, they kind of ruined his career. So. But I've seen a lot of Star Wars and I've gone back. A lot of it has to go with just George Lucas sucks at writing dialogue.
Well, yeah, I from what I had some Star Wars geeks talk to me about it. I was like, please explain this to me. Apparently, he told the actress to show no emotion. Allegedly.
Yeah. I've heard a whole bunch of different stuff. That doesn't sound wrong. That guy was.
Thank God they didn't ruin Natalie Portman's career.
Yeah, Natalie Portman's.
But now she's doing not.
She
movies.
did a lot of different things though.
She was in the Marvel movies and she dropped out and she wanted to get back into it and they said no.
See, we don't fuck with Disney.
Yeah.
Disney, you're awesome.
Disney, yeah.
Well, Disney owns everything Marvel now.
Tight Talk now brought to you by Disney.
I'm okay with that because
just kidding, Disney.
Because they keep things separate. That was the biggest scare when Disney was making acquisitions. There we go. Like they're gonna fuck it up. Everything's gonna be G-rated. Absolutely not. They were like, nope.
No, when they made Deadpool, I was like, yeah.
No, that's not. That's 20th Century Fox. That's not
when
Disney.
they made Deadpool, though, that was the first rated R one I was had. No, they bought Fox.
They just bought it. Yeah. But
so
when that movie came out, it was still.
No,
Fox.
it was still Fox, which I was like, thank you.
No, yeah, but that Deadpool actually paved in because that's why Logan was rated R because they were gonna do PG-13 as they always done.
And Logan wasn't even that intense.
No, it was a lot of blood though.
Yeah.
Well, when that guy got a fucking thing through his face.
Spoiler.
I was like, oh, they're dead. They'll be like, oh, when is it? They'll be thinking.
That was the whole thing was like, because like when that trailer came out, that was like super huge. Well, it was just because like they did like a whole bunch of Wolverine movies and like obviously all the X-Men, and his character's like supposed to be brutal, and it always felt like he was kind of watered down because they couldn't see him, shove his spikes through people's faces.
You want to know fun fact? Even though I don't know everything about the fact, Disney made this movie, like this sort of like Aztec style tribal movie, and it had fake blood everywhere. But it was G. Used slashing and gashing.
Are you talking about Apocalyptico?
No.
Because that was Mel Gibson's movie. And that was that was an awesome movie. I didn't think that was about Aztecs.
But it just had that sort of theme. It had that sort of old Indian style theme, and it was basically tribe versus tribe, and you saw like legitimate killing. If this was just red blood, it'd have a totally different rating. Yeah. So it kind of confuses me with Disney. Like, so if the blood is blue, it's fine, I guess. But
maybe it's historical. I don't know. Because of historical stuff, they'll show on TV like really gruesome stuff.
Yeah. Well, someone was talking. I don't know who I was talking to. They're talking like. Was that you? Maybe it was like talking about sex scenes on the History Channel, and it was like, it's history. It's cool.
Yeah, history, and then it was a BBC. Like they're really relaxing stuff you can show on television.
BBC is a whole nother. They're
the Brits. They don't care. They got like 5 channels.
Yeah, they literally had a Sprite commercial that was a fucking blowjob.
Yeah,
it was absolutely hilarious.
I saw that. I actually,
that's pretty awesome.
I have seen that. It was banned a bunch of places.
Really?
Definitely America.
Well, yeah,
it was a funny commercial.
Probably banned in China too.
Oh no, wait, actually, it wasn't a Sprite commercial. It was like an Audi commercial, and they were like, it was like Roadhead, but like it's just the top of her head, and they zoom down, and she's like fucking with like the gear shifter or something like that.
Right.
With her mouth, yeah.
It is like
it was hilarious.
Was that back on the Marvel topic though? I finally finished Punisher the first season.
Oh, cool! I haven't started.
Dude. Awesome.
No, I heard. I know.
It's good.
I don't know why I haven't gotten it.
Out of all of them, I have. Now we can go back and forth on what everyone else feels, but Punisher, Daredevil. I didn't watch Jessica Jones. Is that one?
Jessica Jones. Actually,
didn't watch it. I didn't. I don't know. I've watched this first season. I was like, the one I hated the most was Iron Fist.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It's not like the acting was bad. It's just the fight scenes were so terrible, and he's supposed to be like a kung fu master.
I liked it for everything but the fight scenes.
Yeah,
I still feel like Iron Fist is the story is important, but I literally watched a season of dialogue. That's how I felt compared to the other ones. Just okay, I watched.
Because
the
like
season
even
of
that,
dialogue.
when I saw the fights, like these are really bad. Like Luke Cage, I liked that, and
Yeah.
I think I liked it because it was different. It was like, what? Why is it all black people? They're in fucking Harlem.
Yeah.
But
I
I liked
definitely
it. It was cool.
enjoyed that.
Plus, it
Accurate.
had what's his face in it? The rapper.
RZA, right?
Yeah, was it RZA?
Or was it Will? It wasn't Will I Am.
No.
It was someone from Wu Tang. I don't remember who it was though.
You're on your phone, right, Katie?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Do it real quick. But
No, yeah, that was
I liked it.
definitely. Luke Cage was definitely up there. Daredevil season 2 was fantastic. Did you watch The Defenders yet?
No, is that good?
Yeah,
I
well, it's
wanna do?
it's all 4 of them together.
Yeah, that's why I was saying.
It was better than Iron Fist
Okay,
by
that's
far.
saying a lot.
by far. I would rank it. I really like Jessica Jones.
Mhm.
But probably Daredevil season 2, Luke Cage, Daredevil season 1, Jessica Jones.
Cottonmouth,
Yeah.
the
Wait.
guy that played him. So it was.
The guy
oh.
that played Cottonmouth.
Well, there
that's bitch.
I think he's a rapper. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, there was an actual rapper on the show at like one of the end episodes. I thought it was RZA. I don't know who it was now. It was Ghostface.
What's his name? He's a rapper. It's Mahershala Shabazi Ali Gilmore, known as professionally as
Yeah,
Mahershala Ali.
that's his actual name. He is a legitimate great actor.
Yeah, he's really
but we
good.
can't
good.
pronounce his
But
name.
he was a rapper too. What is his?
I was
Is
upset.
that his rapper name?
Mm-mm. He's not a rapper. He's an actor.
No, it
Yeah.
says right here. Is an American actor and rapper.
Oh, what does he do?
I don't know. He's a rapper. I really don't know. I'm just reading.
No, yeah, that was my biggest gripe with Luke Cage was that Cottonmouth was such like a fantastic villain, which a lot of the Marvel movies do a really bad job of making really good villains, but the TV shows have done a good job, like all the bad guys in that. And they built up Cottonmouth, and then, like, spoiler, killed him halfway through the show and brought this other guy who just wasn't as
Yeah,
Good?
even that I didn't finish it all the way, but I was like, no. What? My
sorry.
favorite villain out of all the no, it's fine with that one. All favorite villains out of all the villains in that was freaking in Daredevil, Kingpin. That
Yeah.
actor was fantastic. He
Wilson
fit in
Fisk.
perfect.
oh they fantastic. And
He's
they
a good
picked-
actor.
Yeah, and they picked a really good first villain to like put for Daredevil because do you remember the Daredevil movie? It was absolute garbage.
Yeah,
With,
Ben
Ben
Affleck,
Affleck.
and fucking what's her face.
I hate Ben Affleck.
Yeah, they're thinking about rebooting.
I like Ben Affleck
Batman
Batman, though. I really liked him as Batman because
I
he was a
didn't.
thick, beefy like the Dark Knight, not Dark Knight, the like just the
Christian Bale team.
no, I don't like Christian Bale Bat. I mean, I liked
Really?
him.
Yeah,
He
good
just I wanted the more comic book like muscular, like big,
Yeah.
like older Batman look. I like the old Batman,
yeah.
and then it made me feel like he could fight people. Like the Christian
Yeah.
Bale was all like
It
was good.
It
I'm
ushered
not
in
hating
that
it.
era of
Yeah.
the cartoon version of Batman that started hitting Cartoon Network and shit like that, where it was like this sleek, slender
yeah,
look.
But no, he was just big and just
yeah,
big dark mass that was attacking you.
Then you'd be happy to know that they're thinking about rebooting the whole DC comic book universe again. And
Why?
I don't
actually
know.
like these actors.
Like
They're good for it.
they're like doing good with like their actors and they're just executing it poorly.
I have
don't.
not seen Justice League. Was that
Me neither.
bad or good?
I haven't
I
seen Wonder
didn't
Woman
either.
yet.
I was like anyone that Jason Momoa would be Aquaman, but I heard he was just not
Oh no,
With
I lied.
Aquaman.
I did see that.
good, man.
No, I still want to see it, but
Okay.
that's the general
Okay.
consensus. Wonder Woman was great from what I heard.
Yeah, I heard that was
Justice
really
League's
good.
Justice League was okay. That's what I've been hearing.
I
But it's
still want. Apparently, Ed Hardy's supposed to be doing another superhero movie, and I forgot who they're casting
Yeah.
him as. I think it's a villain.
Please be a villain.
yeah. Oh
He's a
no, I know
great
what you're
villain.
talking about. Isn't he playing
Maybe he's not a
Deathstroke?
He
He's
might
something?
be. Hold on, let's look up here.
Oh.
But yeah, Justice League compared to Marvel, who's been doing this for like the last
Yeah.
15, 20 years, not bad.
Yeah.
Legitimately
No,
not
I like
bad.
because DC's super dark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's playing Venom.
Venom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
Spider-Man's supposed to make a cameo now, and I don't feel like that's gonna happen.
That's stupid.
And, yeah, is it all about Venom? Not
Yeah,
about.
it's not about. Well, at first they were gonna not attach it to like the Marvel Cinematic Universe at all. It's just gonna be a completely separate, just use the character, and then Disney bought 21 Century Fox, and now they're like, well, fuck it, I guess we are now. But I don't know how it's gonna tie in. I don't know anything about it yet. I'm
'Cause
behind. I have not seen Spider-Man
I'm
yet.
glad. Neither have I. I'm glad that they had their own Spider-Man
Mm-hmm.
because that Spider-Man was probably the perfect Spider-Man. Like no hate against the guy that was in the Facebook movie,
Oh yeah.
but I like this young one because it fits. He's like kind of geeky,
Yeah, he's
but
nerdy.
like
He's more nerdy.
But
They
like
they did like a good because Tobey Maguire was a good Peter Parker.
good
and
Peter Parker.
And
bad
Andrew Garfield
Spider-Man.
played a good Spider-Man, and now Tom Holland's doing a good both.
just
And
awesome.
I
Yeah.
haven't even, but just like the parts that I've seen. So
I,
far.
I hated how what's his face with Tobey Maguire, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was
How
the
how he became all emo in that second one.
the third.
That third one, I was like, why are you all emo? I don't like this.
They were just like, I don't know. I
They
feel
were
like
playing that Venom thing too hard.
yeah, they were
That's
just
all
kind
that
of
was. Like, I don't need the entire movie to have the fucking Venom crawling on him. And like, I really don't need that feel. Just let Tobey Maguire feel suicidal for about 2 minutes, and then it hits him. Not the last 30 seconds, and he's buying fucking roses and sitting in a restaurant by himself. And it's like, why are you taking dark walks with your
Yeah, I was like,
collar
yeah,
up?
that's
I'm like,
weird.
I'm so confused at what's going on here. Like, this is a very evil turn. And then he sees like the love of his life is like, no. And I'm like, what is?
yeah. Then he hits her.
Yeah,
Hit her in the
what it was?
bar.
It was pretty brutal.
That's when he figures it out, though.
So spoiler alert on this one. If you haven't seen there's a lot of spoilers in this one. We do it all
How
the time.
have seen? How has
In the
someone not
third
seen that
The
Spider-Man?
the Spider-Man that was with the Facebook guy.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. How they freaking like murdered.
Gwen Stacy.
Dude, I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
she dead.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, this movie got dark.
That part was great because it was like
I was like, she's good. Oh, she dead. That's exactly what happened.
they did a really good job of like mirroring the comic book scene. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
great. Oh
that
yeah,
was pretty awesome.
I was like, it like
It was too loud.
when I watch character dies, I'm always like, hell yeah, they did that good. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, this character's dead. Well, sweet.
So speaking of characters dying, I'm wondering how they're going to approach Infinity Wars
Yeah.
because
Mm.
the Guardians have to die
They
unless they're going to go totally off the lore. Now I don't know the full lore, but unless they go totally off, and then the only super character is going to be Doctor Strange, which probably out of 3 best cast Marvel characters,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch
yeah.
is awesome. Doctor Strange. First I was like, I don't know. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing.
He fits,
Because
yeah.
I love Benedict Cumberbatch before. I've seen a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
liked
his
him
stuff.
before he's in that. Yeah.
And Doctor Strange is probably my favorite Marvel character.
I loved him in Star Trek. He
It's just-
played
yeah.
Khan. Oh,
Yeah.
it was so good because he's. If you notice, all the Shakespearean actors are super awesome.
Yeah.
But Robert Downey Jr. After he got his start back in his career, that's
Yep.
probably my next. And, like he is Tony Stark, and then Mark Ruffalo. He is
Yeah.
exactly how I expected Bruce Banner.
Yeah, and I liked Ed Norton in Hulk. I thought he was
it
fine,
wasn't bad, yeah.
but
That
Mark
movie
Ruffalo was
was-
definitely much
he was
better.
Ed Norton was the only one at that time.
Yeah,
They
that-
really didn't give Hulk
Mhm.
anything. Like he was just that was the first like big screen Hulk movie, and it's like, okay, this is we did the same thing with we did with Tobey Maguire. Like, oh, okay, Spider-Man, and then we had Mark come in, and it's like, okay, this is a totally different angle than what I'm used to
and
seeing.
he had that angsty, like depressed, like it fit perfectly.
yeah,
awkward.
and it was just
Yeah.
all in. It was all in wordplay. Like
Edward Norton seemed a little bit too cocky. I mean, it's Edward Norton. I love
Yeah.
him.
And the
He's a good
big,
actor.
the biggest thing was just that Edward Norton was way popular at that time.
Yeah.
when that movie was like 2000.
Yeah, he was like
or
that, was that
maybe
pre
not, like 2005.
that post American History X kind of thing.
Yeah.
He was on that high on that fire. Oh, and like Fight Club and all those
yeah,
movies.
and Mark Ruffalo was just pretty much unknown.
Yeah, and he did movies like those like really weird. He was in Last Castle, which is
Yeah.
an awesome movie. Did you watch that movie
Mhm.
with Robert Redford? Oh my
Mhm.
god, that's a good movie.
Fantastic. He was in, and Mark Ruffalo was in a lot of like indie films too,
Yeah,
which is weird because like he's kind of at least now he's an A-list actor
yeah.
because Hulk kind of put him up there.
I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, everyone's like Thor. I'm like, you could have cast any tall, muscular dude.
With
Oh,
blonde hair.
actually, the guy that plays Captain America was actually really good.
yeah, Chris Evans, great.
He was well cast for him, I think.
Yeah, he's Captain America even off stage.
Yeah, he really is
It's cool
kind of
guy.
funny because he'll do that. I like reading his tweets.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like they're like Captain America based.
pretty much. Yeah, they're doing a good job. I still need to see Spider-Man. I haven't seen Thor. I know after Infinity War, when you were talking about Guardians, he was like, that's the last time they're going to have that group of people as the full Guardians. Is
'Cause-
Infinity War, or no, maybe it's Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Because
That'll be
like
it.
they have to. Infinity War is before 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't understand how they're gonna have Infinity War.
Right.
Yeah,
This is gonna
I
be
think,
a prequel or something.
I don't know. I think they're kind of. I know that they're approaching the cinematic universe as kind of like an alternate universe
Mhm.
in its own, because there's like a whole bunch of alternate universes in the
Yeah.
comics, so they're kind of making it as like, oh yeah, we're taking elements and then like changing other
Yeah.
stuff altogether, which is same reason like Captain America didn't die in Civil War.
As
Uh,
he
Yeah,
should've.
I was waiting. I was like, they're gonna kill Captain America, and then I was like, oh.
And there's this cool deleted scene I saw where, because both Winter Soldier and Falcon are Captain America for short runs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Falcon currently is still Captain America. There's 2 Captain Americas, because the whole comics series that they're doing right now is that like Captain America, the real one, Chris Evans, or Steve Wilson. No,
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Wasn't it?
I
Okay.
Captain
it was-
America. Yeah,
Yeah,
is,
some,
he's
some geeks are yelling at us. I'm like, dude, sorry, we're not that savvy. We love
they,
our comics.
they don't know. You fucking. Sorry, but he's like a secret Nazi, and he's like taking over the world. At least that was the last thing that they were doing. But they had him, and then they had Falcon, which is Captain America, and then right after Captain America died, they had Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, as
Yeah,
Captain America
That makes
for
sense.
like not very long. But there was a deleted scene where like both Winter Soldier and Falcon in Civil War like use the shield
That's
and like
cool.
passed it around. There was like a cool, but they didn't put it in the movie, but it was a cool deleted scene that I saw.
I like actually the one I really want to see is actually Black Panther.
Yeah.
Because that's a
Yeah.
whole new twist, and like everyone's like, oh, like some people argue like, well, it's because they want to put more black. I was like, I actually like the fact that like this one doesn't feel forced. You know how like sometimes we have the big thing where like we got to put a Hispanic character, we have to put a black
Yeah.
character. Like this doesn't feel like it. Well, granted,
The hero is called Black Panther.
and he's from Wakanda. If you cast a white guy in Wakanda, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No, yeah, there would have been an uproar.
It
Oh,
would've been
I would have
extreme.
been kind of pissed.
No, and what's upsetting is like Black Panther is like in the comics just a fantastic character.
yeah, Black Panther's
Super
actually pretty
cool,
damn
super
awesome.
Yeah.
hmm
Based on that time.
I was kind of angry that when they made in Iron Man 3, when the Mandarin wasn't Asian. A lot of
Yeah.
people, that's offensive. No, a lot of people would have enjoyed him to be that.
my problem is the beginning of that movie, we thought it was Asian, and 2 seconds later, that guy dies.
When I thought
Yeah.
it was freaking
And I was like, oh, wait,
Ben
what?
Kingsley,
Oh yeah,
and I was like, yeah, spoiler alert, sorry guys. If you haven't, that movie's super old.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was. It's also least favorite out of all the. Well, okay, I didn't like Iron Man 2. Thought Iron Man 1 was good. I didn't like Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3. I've only seen Iron Man 3
It
like
wasn't
one time.
bad. It wasn't like great, but I like that you got to see a lot of his armors.
It's
Yeah.
really hard to make sequels.
Yeah, it's true.
It's really hard.
Sometimes,
to make
and I also find that the sequels are the better. Like Star Wars, Empire
I
Strikes
haven't
Back.
seen the second. Oh yeah,
Fantastic
I'm
movie.
going to watch the second one
Movie.
maybe tonight.
It's okay.
No, I heard it was just like meh.
I
well-
can talk about that all night.
A lot of people just kind of said it's just like they're just redoing stories to rehashing the series because I know Disney wants to do one every year.
Yeah.
Now I'm hoping because they've got the Han Solo one, which I think is cast very well.
Yeah.
It's
Woody
got a
Harrelson.
no name playing Han Solo, which I'm happy about.
hmm
But then you've got like Woody Harrelson's in it
Yeah.
and a couple other like cool people. And the what's his face is playing Lando, the comedian.
Yeah, David
I'm-
Glover.
And I'm excited
Yeah.
because he's hilarious and I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be a good Lando.
Guilty pleasure. I love Childish Gambino. Some of his rap
Mm.
stuff and some of his R&B stuff. All super
Well, there
cool.
you go.
I love Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
He's hilarious. Not to be confused with Donald Glover.
That's what I said. David Glover.
and
David-
David. It's a
David
D.
Glover.
Shout out to
Everyone knows
David
what you're talking
Glover.
about.
I think he's an
But
actor.
yeah, I'm really hoping they do a Boba Fett one. They were talking.
They were going to, and they pushed it back for Obi-Wan. They're doing an Obi-Wan spin-off
and
after.
isn't it supposed to be a? I heard that what's his face was supposed to. Well, I heard Red.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, is he actually gonna do it?
That was because he pushed for it.
Because is he gonna be like that, kind of older but not older Obi-Wan?
Yeah, it's supposed to take place before, kind of how Rogue One was right
Yeah.
before A New Hope. They're doing it that way, I think.
Because
I hope.
because like that whole thing they brush over. Even in the books, they never really exactly say where all the Jedi go.
No, yeah,
And there's a lot of Jedi still alive
Mm-hmm.
that they just haven't came out.
They touched on it. There's that TV show Cartoon Network does, Rebels, which
Yeah.
I've not seen any of.
Is that the
but-
one that was like the Clone Wars and stuff?
Yeah,
The
it was
cartoon?
based off the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that was
So,
a really, really good movie.
Clone
Not
War-
movie, series. I liked
yeah,
it.
Clone Wars ended before it was supposed to. Like they cut it, they canceled it,
Mm-hmm.
which is really upsetting because it never actually finished. So Rebels is kind of like picking up from that, but they do gloss over Obi-Wan. Like there's this really cool scene where Obi-Wan and Darth Maul, which survives in Clone Wars, they have like a final duel.
Yeah, I saw the Rebels one where Darth Maul has mechanical leg
Yeah.
thingies.
Yeah. I watched the scene. Super cool scene, but like I hope they do. Maybe I don't know if they're gonna do that in the movie, but something like that
Yeah,
would be
my
cool.
favorite probably that's no I'm always torn like on the two favorite like villains, which they're barely in the movie, but it's Boba Fett and Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Who was like Darth Vader? I'm like no, Darth Maul's son, that dual lightsaber.
Always.
He actually has a big part in the Clone Wars series.
Yeah, you see him a lot in it, and you see him
Mhm.
as he becomes what he is, kind of thing. And then
Yeah,
you
very
actually
cool.
get to see some of his Padawans, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. And, like you get to hear his backstory. A lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah, I really do like Star Wars. Like out of all the ones I still like really a lot, it's definitely Star Wars. I haven't stayed with the movies enough. Now that I feel like they're doing forced gender roles and stuff like that, and just
Sometimes,
forcing characters. It's
yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
just let it be. Like I'm glad that like Finn and the girl and whatnot.
They have like this secret interracial thing.
But like when I see this, I was like, wait, you're the only other black guy in this movie.
Exactly.
So there's only two people you can be the son of. Do they talk about that at all?
No, actually, I think there, and I hope to God it's just a random character.
Just a random character.
Yeah.
Because like
Now that I hit him, like I don't care anymore because like if he was, I said he's either Mace Windu or Lando's son. That's
Yeah.
it. Because
And-
there's only two black
people.
characters.
right, and that was because there's a big hype around Rey's character, and I'm not going to spoil who her parentage is because they
Mhm.
do touch on it. But no, a lot of like the whole characters being related to each other. Obviously, the Kylo Ren Ben Solo thing. It was a cool. I don't want them to force and shoehorn like every character you see is related to a character you've seen. Like it's
Yeah.
fine if they're new characters. Make me like that character. Don't make it
Yeah.
based off of another.
Well, like
character
that
we've
one
seen
guy
that
that's
I
the
like.
pilot. That's a brand new character.
Yeah,
And I kind of like him. I think he's
Yeah.
cool.
I think it's
He's-
fun.
But I did, when you look at the movie poster, it's exactly every other movie. The way they have it, you have Luke Skywalker, which is Rey. You have Finn, which is basically Han Solo, because you look at his jacket.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
one behind. Yeah.
And then the pilot guy is basically going to be like, I don't know what to cast him as, but he's that's like another, not a Leia,
Yeah, but like,
but he's like that older person role.
yeah,
But I looked at the poster, I'm like, you just rehashed this.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
No.
yeah. It won't-
and that was the big complaint was that everyone thought Force Awakens was like, oh, this is just A New Hope again.
Mhm.
And then the big complaint with Last Jedi was like, this is all completely new, and none of it has anything to do with anything. And honestly, so far, The Last Jedi has been like one of my least favorite Star Wars films.
Episode 2.
Oh, yeah, besides the prequels, which are I don't count.
One
them.
I liked because that was a prequel and it was something different. They got to use new effects. I was like, all right, cool. 2, hot garbage. And I was like, thank God they got rid of Jar Jar Binks. Just kidding, he's still here. And then
Do you ever notice that his like character in Clone Wars also is like they push for like Jar Jar Binks does that big thing where he gets the Chancellor or gets Palpatine as Chancellor,
Yeah.
which effectively downfall of the Jedi because he orders the Order 66 and all that stuff. So it's like they bring his character back, but he is like quintessential in ruining.
Well,
the
no, that's
universe
what the-
after.
honestly, I think I heard that like in episode 1 or 2 was like the character that ruins the Empire or that brings down everything is Jar Jar Binks. It was before that I was like, oh, bullshit. And I was like, oh, wait, he's right.
Right. Thanks to him. Thank you, Jar Jar.
But
That was George Lucas's like, fuck you guys, I wanted this character to be big.
Eat a dick. That's basically what he's like. Oh, guess what? But no, like
He sold a lot of toys.
we did. I've got the Jar Jar Binks. It's super racist, but I love it. But no, I liked. See, here's I liked the lightsaber battles in 1, 2, and 3
Yeah.
because they were quick.
Mhm.
I hated the lightsaber battles in 4, 5, and 6. They're like, wow. It's
Yeah.
about old guys just swinging things
Wow.
at each other. Wow. Wow.
I watched a video recently of them like.
You're like your mother. I'm your dad. I'm your uncle. Wow.
Oh wait, I know what we were talking about
I
though.
was enjoying that.
That was pretty good. Wow. Wow.
Because
Wow.
it's like 20 to 25 minutes of just.
Well, they did cast like old people. Have you heard Darth Vader with his real voice?
Oh yeah.
He's actually a good actor, but it does not fit.
It's like a shrill British guy.
He's like,
Uh-huh.
it's
Take
like,
him to the bridge.
yeah, take him to the bridge. I was like, whoa.
You know-
James Earl Jones.
You know that actor is actually banned from all Star Wars conventions because George Lucas thinks he's annoying.
Yeah.
Like just personality, like not even just his voice, just like personality. He
Might
finds
be a
him
dick.
absolutely annoying.
He seems like a
So he's actually
George
just
Lucas
completely
is a
bad.
fucking is the like epitome of petty.
He really is. I saw a video recently of him like throwing one of his like writers out of the room.
He
yeah,
had
George
like.
Lucas.
Have you watched like the documentary?
That's what I think it was.
Yeah,
from. Him,
that's
like,
where I got. That's where I get this from. There's like a Star Wars documentary of like when they were filming how they were writing it, creating the special effects and shit like that.
Mhm.
And everybody has something to say about George. And anytime you cut to George would just be like, "Go fuck." I made Star Wars, bitch. Fuck you. And we're like,
Unfortunate.
wait, what? Like, are you really gonna leave the next big thing? He's such an ass. I love it.
I know. I mean, it's kind of like Bill Gates. Not Bill Gates. It was kind of like the dude that did Apple.
Oh yeah.
He was like,
job.
"Fuck you." I'm like, not really. You
I'm a
just
billionaire.
kind of know how to talk.
Yeah.
I mean,
He-
he's no longer with us, but
I hate
Rest
to
in
talk
peace,
on
Steve
the-
Jobs.
I hate to speak on the dead sometimes, but he's literally the epitome of it's about who you know, not what you know.
he made
Literally,
it.
he came up with an idea and someone else made it, and he sat there in a turtleneck and
He
just
sold it. He's
talked
like, no, we're gonna sell this.
and talked about a phone that was not even in use. That's not the real phone. They had 6 phones lined up because they were all hot garbage. And anytime he grabbed a phone, it was a different one that was new enough to stay awake long enough. Like it was that whole first Apple presentation was a joke. But
Hey, it worked.
he's a good talker.
It worked, man.
He's a great presenter.
People buy
It's your
anything.
president.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, right. But I wouldn't say good talker, but
To some.
yeah. But anyways, no, all that though, like definitely, yeah. I think this, yeah, Star Wars is even that. Like I'm getting kind of tired of the Marvel movies because like you have all these in between stuff. I just want to see the
I'm
genre
the
is starting
same
to die
way.
a little bit.
That's what I thought too. Because like right after Civil War was like the height, I was like, "Oh, this is really great." I'm like,
Yeah,
I have to watch another one.
because
Yeah,
I was
I'm like,
like, I just
there's
want to
so
watch the
many
last
movies
one.
coming
Like
out.
Civil War, I was like, all right, I went and saw that
Yeah,
in
and
theaters, and then Ragnarok came out. I was like, I'll see it,
I haven't seen it.
and I
yet.
didn't see it.
Yeah.
And then Wonder Woman came out, didn't see it, and like I don't even go to the movies anymore because
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have Netflix and stuff. I just wait
Yeah.
for something there, or I'll just watch it somewhere else.
Seriously, and even Spider-Man's on Netflix now. I still haven't gotten to it.
Is
took,
it?
yeah, I
Oh,
think so. I
shit.
thought so.
I'm not going to watch it.
Well, no, here's the
Right.
problem: is like I don't. It's like I have the time to see it, but I don't want to go to a
Use my-
theater,
Yeah.
spend 2 hours to sit in a theater to pay for when I could just be at home. Like, oh, let me pause this. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'll watch the rest of this later. That kind of thing.
Right.
And-
And I feel like the same thing's gonna happen once Black Panther rolls around, which is coming up in like a month and a half.
I
and
am
then
excited to see it, but I'm probably just gonna wait till it comes out. Like, I really do want to see that one.
I feel like at this point I might even not even go to the theater to see Infinity War.
There's-
I might wait for that too.
There's
I
not
just,
too
like,
many
know.
movies over the last like 2 to 3 years that I'm like, I need to get the fuck off my ass and go see that right
Star
now.
Wars, the new one, that was it a new whatever the first one, the new one.
Yeah.
When that
Yeah.
came out, I was like, I want to see it. And Rogue One, I had to go see it because I was like, yeah, okay, this looks cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rogue One so far is the best Star Wars I've seen. It was
Yeah,
just
it's good.
it was like the old ones. It had a good story. They didn't really push dialogue, and you felt tension, you felt whatever, and like they had like at least one no name. I mean, not one name. That the one guy that played the dad.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
had
yeah,
him. He's a great actor, but everyone else kind of like, who I don't know who these people are.
Even
And that's
then,
what I liked about
yeah.
Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And it was purposely designed that way. It's like Rogue One is totally separate. It's all going to be separate. Get over it. If you don't like it, we don't care.
Yeah.
And it was received amazing. Why? Because you can't give me what I loved 10 years ago. They're dead.
Were those two different directors?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because
I
like
have
you
no
could
idea.
definitely see that the style was totally different.
Yeah.
Plus, not only did Rogue One have that actor in it, it had Donnie Yen. And if you don't like Donnie Yen movies, you can go fuck yourself. Donnie Yen is awesome. Ip Man 1 through whatever they have.
No,
He fought Mike Tyson in Ip Man 3.
he won.
It's hilarious. So
and then all the throwbacks in Rogue One were all very well done. I thought, like Vader back. Grand Moff Tarkin was like weird at first, and then I got used to it. It was okay.
I was like, he's dead, but I was like, this looks fake. But then I watched it again. I'm like, that doesn't look too bad considering. I was like, that's pretty good.
It was pretty good. And then like the Leia scene and like stuff like that was cool.
Oh, I loved how the bitchy engineer guy.
Yeah.
They cast him so well. I was like, you were beaten as a child, weren't you? Like that kind of. I mean, that actor's awesome.
Yeah.
But he always plays like a shit. And I really like how they cast him. It's like, I will show you. What? Yeah, no, I don't think. Other than that, there's nothing really. Now, if another Deadpool comes out, I probably will go see that.
Yeah, it's in the works.
Yeah,
they
we're
keep
waiting
dropping
on it.
directors. That's the big issue.
That's a hard thing to top because like you have to really push the limit without going to like the scene where he's like, well, I'm gonna go masturbate, and he's got like the baby
little
hand,
Yeah.
and he looks at the blind woman. He's like, hey, you want? He's like, go fuck yourself. He's like, whatever, and just like or the pony, like that was hilarious, and that was perfect for Ryan Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
I know
no.
he partly funded. Oh no, he funded the.
He's been pushing it since the X-Men origin or the Wolverine origin.
I love
film.
how they stabbed that. He's like, oh, look at this handsome fellow. Oh, he made that shitty movie. Oh, that movie was terrible.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was talking about the original Deadpool.
And he wrote all the like most of the dialogue for that movie.
Well, he's
and-
hilarious.
Yeah, and then when he did Deadpool the first time, because he was in the X-Men origin film, they because they didn't even call him Deadpool. It was just Wade Wilson. They just referred him by name, and all of his lines, like there were no written lines in the script. It was just Ryan Reynolds talks fast.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Wow.
so he not ad-libbed, but wrote most of the dialogue himself for that film.
I like the way he talks to like stuff. He's like, well, oh, look at you. Or like kind of like, he's like, well, I'm going to go touch myself now. Like just the
He's
way he did,
fantastic.
it was funny.
It was a good character. Good character choice.
Now I'm wondering how they're going to actually work with Domino because they kind of put her in the movie and they hinted at it that one chick, which she was awesome because she was in. Oh, that's another one that fell on its face for me. Like I was loving it, and then I stopped watching Gotham.
Oh,
It got
Yep.
really good, and then I was like, I'm tired of watching this.
never got- I
can't
Phenomenal
catch
first
up.
season.
1, 2, and 3 were good. Like when they brought Penguin in, and they
Yep.
brought Jada Pinkett Smith was badass. And then they brought her in, did things, and she's still in there with things. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna ruin that one because
Yeah.
this one
I've
pretty
never
recent.
seen it. I have still not seen it.
Gotham is good.
I need to get.
Gotham is good.
It's what I've heard.
And
Nah,
they've got Zaz. They've got like they cast him pretty well,
Mhm.
and then like
I know the guy who plays the Joker is one of the characters in Shameless as well.
I don't know who the Joker is yet in that. Did they finally get to
I
it?
don't know.
Because
I only watched
they
the first
hinted a bunch of times, but they never put who he was yet.
I thought it was Cameron Monaghan or something like that. He plays one of the characters in Shameless. That's the only reason why I know that because I've
It
seen
could have been.
promotional
I haven't
pictures.
seen enough. I know that there's one guy that plays the guy that plays Riddler is fantastic.
one. Yes.
Edward Nigma. That they did cast him really well.
Mhm.
But yeah, at first I was weird, and then I was like, oh, okay. So, and I like the guy that plays Alfred. He's a badass.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another one. I think I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that I've.
We still need to get into that one.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think it's not. It's a little bit hard to get into a little bit, but once you start going,
And it's him kind of younger, right?
yeah, it's basically like right after his parents died.
See, because it kind of felt like the Batman version of Smallville.
Yeah, that's basically what it was.
Basically.
And Smallville was great, most of it. And I feel like Gotham kind of had that same feel to it,
Had.
just with Batman undertones instead of Superman. 'Cause
Mhm.
Superman's kind of a lighter character, mostly.
Yeah, Superman's definitely a lighter character.
but,
Superman, I think, is the most generic character of characters.
he's my
in
least favorite
superheroes.
superhero like ever.
Really?
Yeah.
It just
I just
seems
think
like
he's
every
so generic.
every superhero, every power they give him is just like ridiculous. Like it's just like, oh yeah, he flies and he's super strong and he's super fast and he shoots like lasers from the side and he's just like, okay, well, like, what is he bad at? Oh, he has a rock that he can't touch.
You
And,
can't
like,
touch the rock.
It's
and they
like
just-
it's like they ran out. It's
I
like
I,
three
I
people
really
in the
hate
room.
Superman. Sorry,
it's just not great.
he's not.
No.
No, he's so generic. Like he's got. I'm like, so what's your backstory? Well, my parents died. Okay, but
Okay.
your planet was kind of crushing. They just sent, just like, did no one kill them? Right? It's like, what is your actual struggle?
There
I was like,
is not.
Are you
a-
afraid that you're gonna,
He's too strong.
jizz too hard and kill your partner? Like, how does
Well-
that work?
Was it there some sort of comic arc where he like impregnated Lois Lane and then uses laser to like? Kill
Oh
the
no,
baby or
he's just
something?
like he's like gotta go, and he just disappeared. Or the one he was, I think it was Robot Chicken.
Oh, yeah,
It comes like,
oh,
what
yeah.
happened? The head's blown off. I was like, I don't know what happened. It just-
the I guess that would be he would be like the first superhero that it was just superhero. That's it.
Yeah.
No problems,
first
no
one
nothing,
was,
just a superhero.
Fuck, who was the first superhero?
Oh, I have no idea.
Because like Superman was an answer to.
Yeah.
Was it maybe like
someone.
Namor? Or
Maybe it
something
was like
like that?
Captain Marvel or something like that. He was like
Something
an
like
answer
that.
to that.
'Cause I know the first Marvel characters was the first one was Namor, and he was like he was more closer to like Aquaman,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
And
I
then
remember
it
him.
was him. It was the Human Torch, which was a different Human Torch. They ended up they killed the character and then redid it as something else. And then Captain America.
Oh
those
yeah.
are, those are
there
the
you
first
go.
three. And Captain America was just basically American propaganda.
Yeah, that's all it
which
was.
kinda
And then
broke.
yeah,
That's
Red
So-
Skull.
Yeah.
No, but no, I do give DC. They have the best villains.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
the one thing they can
far.
make is villains. Like
Mhm.
Marvel's villains good, DC's better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Which is
Always
weird.
way better.
Like the one thing I hate though, it's just I like that, but the only DC character like dude, now we have people like fuck you, DC's better. Only one I like in DC is Batman,
Yeah.
and then I like Batman's villains. That's about it.
basically-
Yeah.
I don't really like, but
Well,
like Marvel, there's a
That's
lot of them I
basically your
like.
money makers in DC. When
Yeah.
you switch over to Marvel, you got money makers everywhere, but not in the villain department.
Now, and I mean, and that's all just with the movies coming out. I mean, Iron Man before the movie came out, that was a like a C character.
Like I liked
he was like not popular at all.
before that. I really did like Iron Man, and I can't remember, but in the cartoon from when I was younger, wasn't he in a wheelchair?
He might have been.
Like I feel like he couldn't walk, and that's why he had to have the
I
suit.
think so.
It's probably a mark
But
of some kind.
that's all I liked Iron Man and War Machine and stuff like that.
Mm.
Back before like they made a movie, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I like this. Thor I never really got into, and I did like the Thor stuff. Hulk I kind of got into. I'm trying to think of anyone else. I did like the X-Men a lot. X-Men probably before Iron Man and like that. I did like X-Men a lot.
And they did good at first, and they were
Mhm.
doing okay, and then they dropped off. I don't know what they're doing with that because 21st Century Fox was really adamant about not being a part of the Marvel universe, but then they wanted to make X-Men their cinematic universe, and then they just kind of butchered it.
When
at
they
the
hit
end
First
there.
Class, I was like, okay. Then I was like, all right, this got potential. Then they made the next one,
Like
and
the-
then what was that? Then they made Apocalypse.
Yeah, well,
That-
so like, yeah, they did a bunch of origin ones.
Yeah, it was First Class.
Yeah.
Then it was
Wolverine, I think, which
Doing
was
well. Doing well.
I hated that origin.
It was-
Wolverine
Then
movie.
they
It wasn't
brought them all
bad.
together,
And
and then they
did the
did Days of
future
Future
thing?
Past, which I actually liked a lot because it put in the new, because they were kind of rehashing the series and redoing it. And they brought that in there while like ending the old
Oh.
one okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And that was fine.
That was the sorry we fucked up. Let's make everything better again.
try
So
to
they
do
did
it
Days of Future. Yeah, they did that.
And then they did Apocalypse, which was nah.
It was okay. I feel like they forced characters in there, like Olivia Munn's character's stupid. They just wanted a half naked woman running around.
That
with
was
things.
it.
Her character was
Yeah,
pointless.
She did nothing.
And I'm not too great with Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. I really liked the old Mystique.
Old Mystique
Oh,
had
because
more
that was
attitude.
not Charlize Theron. It was Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Yeah.
Like I liked Jennifer Lawrence as in body,
right.
but as that I was
You're
like
thick. Nice and juicy.
Yeah, no, the other one was way better.
I just feel like, I don't know, they're putting a lot of emphasis on Mystique. It's not really.
No,
She was a
you-
good side character.
She doesn't.
She wasn't
play,
really that
yeah.
important.
She's not a
I
big
mean, she
role.
could be. Well, like if like Mr. Sinister and stuff, which I heard they're supposed to do that one with the cable series.
Yeah.
If they brought her with me,
And they're
that
doing-
would make sense.
And they're debuting Cable with Deadpool.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Are they putting Jai White as Bishop?
I don't know.
They should.
I
They're rehashing Spawn
yes,
with what's his
Okay.
face? Wasn't it Jai White in that too?
I think so.
Yeah, they're bringing that, and he's
That'll
gonna
be
play
cool.
him. I want John Leguizamo to play the clown. That was fucking good shit, and those special effects were awful, and I loved it. That was such a great, terrible movie. Oh man,
I was reading this article of like Marvel movies that we all kind of like at the time thought were good, then like kind of okay, these are garbage, and then we're kind of looking back. Well, were they that bad? One of them was Ghost Rider.
yeah, it wasn't that bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like at first, like,
I
oh, this was
just-
okay, and then like afterwards, like, oh yeah, Nick Cage and like all this is shit, and you look back, it's like,
My
No.
thing is, I would say do it again with today's modern money.
yeah, and not Nick Cage.
Give
Honestly,
No,
any
Nick
Nick
Cage.
Cage movie I will go see because it's Nicolas Cage. I
Yeah.
just want to see what he does.
What was his last movie? What was he doing? Like, what?
Was it the one where he's the
I gotta look
magician?
that
He
up.
can see time or no? Dude,
Uh,
Con Air. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah.
Con Air.
I was gonna say the last new Nick Cage movie I saw,
Oh wait, is
like
the one?
Knowing and then Kick Ass. Think how long ago
Oh
that
yeah,
was.
Kick Ass, and he got burned and shit.
Yeah, and I didn't even see the second one. I just saw the first one.
Yeah,
And his character was, I thought his character was
it
funny.
was pretty funny. It's just like a dad, but
Yeah, and then he's like throwing knives at his kid. Thought it was great.
what's the other one? Yeah, I don't know. Oh well, now if they make another John Wick, I will go to the theaters and see that.
Easy.
Yeah,
Because Keanu Reeves should have
He's
been playing
amazing.
John Wick since the beginning of time.
he is just John Wick.
Dude, he's perfect. He doesn't have to talk, and he knows jujitsu, and like all that shit's real. Like I watched him in the Kill House,
Oh yeah, I watched him like do a lot of the gun scenes.
and it's real.
I was like, what the?
Did you
Oh.
watch?
Crazy.
Oh my God.
Have you watched all gun scenes done with Nerf?
No.
I'll have to share. I'll send you that link. It's pretty hilarious. We'll watch that before we
It
go
actually
here.
sounds pretty great.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Nicolas Cage is actually kind of active. You just will never see this on a big screen.
The Bees. That's
the
one of his terrible
last-
movies. Wicker Man.
Looks
Yeah.
like the last big movie that I remember seeing in theaters was Snowden.
He played Snowden.
I
No,
didn't
he
see
was
it.
in Snowden.
Oh, I didn't,
didn't
see
see
it.
But
it.
he didn't play
I didn't
Snowden.
give two shits about that. So.
Yeah, I follow Edward Snowden on Twitter.
Gosh.
He seems like a pretty reasonable guy. Like when you hear him talk.
He's okay.
I forgot he
Obama
was
fucked that up.
I forgot he was in Season of the Witch.
This is
Oh,
the
that actually
season
wasn't a
of
bad
the
movie. Oh, who's another
witch.
person I don't want to see in another movie is Vin Diesel. Stop making movies.
Yeah. You know, well, okay. Here's the thing. I was done with Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. I was like, this is good. We're done.
Yeah, when they got
Stop.
Tokyo Drift, I was like, we're good. You brought it back. And I was like, okay, you brought it back. And then,
We're doing 10 now.
yeah.
No,
I'm like, what are you doing? The Rock just threw a torpedo. He
That's
threw
what I was
a
saying,
fucking
like,
torpedo.
it was like the first one was like, oh, this is a really nice story, you know, about like a cop getting involved with like
The
this other
street
stuff, and like, and I was like, this is a cool scene, and it's like, oh, Fast and Furious 9. Dwayne Johnson redirects a missile with his fucking fist. I'm
Yeah.
like, is it necessary?
Here's
Like,
a crazy one-liner. You're like, what? I don't. we're
one
driving
last
on
ride
ice.
for the fifth time we've said
How
it now
ma-
in
like-
this movie.
Like, okay, one was good. Two was kind of ridiculous because that wasn't real. I mean, not. I mean, it's a movie.
I didn't care.
Right.
3 kind of brought it back a little bit, but then like they went off the ball. Then they hit Tokyo Drift, which might have been 3.
I thought it was 4.
4.
I thought it was 2
Technically
for
4.
a while.
Tokyo
Yeah.
Drift, when they hit that, I was like, it makes sense. Even though the stuff they did in it didn't make sense, like when they put a Nissan in, not for car people, you put a Nissan engine in a 5-liter Mustang. Now, common sense tells you that 5-liter will put out more torque, and you want to. Well, I could be wrong, but anyways, you would leave a V8 in it because generally you put out more torque than a turbocharged one.
Right.
But someone correct me if anything like that. Maybe I'll have Ben or something like that. But under my
I drive a
understanding,
Mini Cooper.
he
So.
drives a Mini Cooper. And then they brought little Bow Wow and the shit with them. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Can
What
you
happened
na-
to him, by the way?
Can you name another series, another movie series that is as saturated as this?
No.
And that's my problem.
No.
But I will keep watching them just because I want to see what they do. Because I don't watch them seriously. I watch them for the blockbuster value. That's
and,
it.
Exactly.
And like at a certain like I feel like they haven't. I would have been okay with it if they started making fun of themselves and like, hey, we're making 10 movies and we know we're on our 10th movie. They're just kind of still playing it off as like, oh yeah, this is serious. We're still serious about this film series. I was just like,
no.
You want to know why? Tyrese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bald black guy.
What was that noise? Open a
Tyrese.
door.
Possibly.
Is
Tyrese.
Maddie here?
Uh huh.
Oh, okay, that's why.
She's in the
Tyrese.
park here.
Bald
I hear
black
it,
guy. This has been his only moneymaker.
Well, he was a model.
He went public with all of this, though. This is the problem. If you look it up, Tyrese versus The Rock, when The Rock chose to do Jumanji, it put off Fast and Furious. And Tyrese was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I thought we were bros. This, that, and the other. My pussy hurts. I don't know what to do with my money.
allegedly, I didn't think, from what I could, now from reading tabloids and stuff like that, I don't think they liked, someone didn't like working with somebody. Like the other ones were friends, like Paul Walker. Paul Walker and Tyrese were actually really, really good friends.
Uh-huh.
And maybe it was with The Rock or I don't know. Someone somewhere there, they didn't like working with each other. But yeah, Vin Diesel, you make awful movies. Stop making movies.
I've had enough of him.
Hey, what was his last big one?
I don't forgive.
I watched The
fuck.
Pacifier
Riddick?
recently.
I don't.
That was shit.
Riddick
That was
is the
awful.
best one, and that's saying
I
something.
liked him in Fast and Furious
Ugh.
original because it was super homoerotic when him and Paul Walker were driving around. And if you haven't looked it up, you look on YouTube. Look up the Fast and Curious. They dub all the scenes together to make it look like a gay film. It's hilarious.
I feel that, but I've always kind of felt the same way about the Die Hard series as well. Die Hard 1, great movie.
Okay.
Will always be a forever classic. Now I think they're just overdoing
An
it.
entire
making another one?
series.
I probably.
I want Mel Gibson to make more movies. I miss him.
What? Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
That guy's racist as fuck.
I just want to make more movies. I don't care. I just want to watch him in movies. I think it's a piece of shit. But I want to make
I'm
him more
with
movies.
you on Die Hard because we're literally watching Bruce Willis like die on screen.
Oh yeah, that's not even.
He
I
looks
got Bruce
worse
Willis.
and worse in
Bruce
every
Willis
movie.
Bruce Willis has looked like that for most of his life.
I got Bruce Willis confused with Vin Diesel for a minute.
No.
I thought he was in. Vin Diesel is he's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He plays Groot.
Yeah, that's where he should be. He just goes down.
Where you can't.
Oh,
I agree.
new character that I want to see in more movies is Batista. I
Dave
love
Bautista.
him and stuff.
He's
yeah.
doing great.
He's
Yeah.
Filipino. If you didn't know that,
I did.
he's a giant fucking Filipino.
He's a super cool guy. He likes playing Drax too. He's having a good time.
And it
Good
that
for
you
him.
can tell because it's like he does. He's like, I know he's not a terrible actor, and he purposely acts
It's-
terrible.
Yeah.
Like his one-liners makes me happy. Like when he's like, it's like, what was that? I'll throw it over your head. It's like, I will catch it.
It's
Nothing's
like, oh,
over
that
his
joke
head.
went over your
Nothing's
head.
over my head.
That's impossible. I would catch it.
Or he's just
Great.
like, I don't like you. You are ugly. And you know, it's like, that is awesome.
And some of his lines in the new Guardians of the Galaxy were like borderline, cringy. But because it was Dave Bautista being like a fake bad actor, I was like, "This is good."
Yeah,
I'm
and
okay
it's,
with
it's
it.
had wrestling background,
I'm-
man.
And I have a friend who's like really, really good really big into like WWE and all like
Mhm.
the fake wrestling shit that I.
You
want to
know who is a
Like I think it's
sucky
stupid, but I
actor.
think it's interesting.
I
I
get
miss
the-
the
I-
old shit.
I get the what you would see in it.
Yeah, that
I
makes
get how
sense.
I get how it would be fun. I'm just not into it.
Yeah,
But like,
neither am I.
he knows all of like these wrestlers that are getting famous, and one of them is Dave Bautista because he hates superhero movies. I was like,
Oh, okay.
but do you want to see Dave Bautista wear blue and like
Yeah, to make fun of shit.
make really bad
Oh,
jokes all the
I
time?
liked when he's like, I used to hear stories about my dad and how I was conceived. And then he talks about his dick. When he started talking about his dick in the movie, I was like, dude, this is hilarious.
You know who's a horrible WWE actor?
Huh?
John Cena.
He is apparently supposed to be playing Duke Nukem, and it would make me really happy.
Yeah, it's
It
like-
has to be
he-
something like that.
He
Oh,
looks
that'd
like
be
Duke
great.
Nukem.
Oh yeah, he is Duke Nukem.
And his one-liners would be fantastic. You'd be like, take that to the face. And he just like say stupid stuff.
John Cena is hilarious.
They better play it off as like kind of like a cringy.
I hope it's not
Like-
serious. Like I hope it's gonna
No,
be
yeah, like it has
like
to
a
be
Deadpool,
joke. Yeah,
where like the whole thing is one ongoing joke.
yeah.
just fourth wall breaking. Oh, yeah, because it has to. It's Duke
Yeah, and I
Nukem.
want it to be ridiculous. Like Kung Fury, I watched some of it. That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
Was it Kung Fury, the one where he's like a cop?
I think so.
Yeah, where it's like
It might-
shot
yeah,
like a
I think
video game.
Yeah,
Underrated movie, which I really liked. Doom. That was
Yeah,
pretty
true.
good.
not bad.
And I liked how they did that first person scene.
yeah.
And because of that, they made Hardcore Henry, which I won't watch because I feel like I'm gonna throw up everywhere.
Oh.
So, but on that note, we'll wrap this up. We've been chatting for a while. We're coming up on an hour.
John Cena is a horrible actor.
John Cena's horrible actor.
Vin
Marvel's
Diesel
coming
stopped
out.
making movies.
Whitewash, but not too whitewash.
Nick Cage.
I watch anything he does. Nick Cage. It's like Nick Cage, not Nicholas Cage.
Mel Gibson.
Nick Cage, Keanu Reeves, and what's another actor that I'll watch anything he's in? Oh, and Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
All those movies are awful, except most of Keanu Reeves' movies aren't bad. But I can't not watch them. They're so horrible, but you want to watch them.
Like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, like he even said, he's like, I know, I'm a
I
terrible
don't-
actor, but his movies aren't bad.
don't
I
know.
liked Interstellar, but the
That
whole
made
time.
no
No.
sense.
No, so it's not, like I like the movie.
No.
The entire time I'm like, this is Matthew McConaughey though. Like I'm not taking him serious. Like his last
That's
movie,
my
he was in a
problem.
fucking speedo, and like the entire time it's just like I just think of
This
him
is
from
Matthew
Dazed and
McConaughey.
Confused. That's
There's
all.
no way he knows anything about physics.
No, he doesn't know a goddamn
And the
thing.
physics don't make sense in that fucking movie. If you go into the black hole, dead.
Period.
I mean, they can't prove it, but scientists have debunked it.
We
like,
think.
no, not possible. Anyways,
If a star explodes going into a black hole, as a fact for scientists, a little ass ship, nothing's gonna happen to it.
no, a black hole. It's just it's the absence of everything. There, it's to infinity. And like, yeah, they shows like you would literally be stretched into like 1,000 miles in a couple seconds, and you would just it'd be excruciating pain,
Right.
and you'd be dead.
You got a joint on you?
Yeah, hey, all right.
Be a lot
So,
cooler if you did.
Like we were talking about before, Vin Diesel stopped making fucking movies. The Rock, you make awesome movies with Kevin Hart.
Torpedoes.
Yeah,
Jumanji was amazing.
I would
Was
need to
it?
watch that still. And
That's
that new one
hilarious.
that he's going to do.
Fast and Furious 10.
No, not
Fast and Furious
10.
11.
Oh, the new one, Rampage. You remember the game?
Oh yeah,
What the fuck? Who are you running out of ideas?
they run
Like it makes no sense. I'll watch it because 2012. The Apocalypse movie with The Rock with what's her face, Alexander Daddario. He's like a helicopter pilot. First off,
Oh, yeah.
no
yeah.
helicopter pilot would be your big fucking ass. You're too heavy. There's rules. And then the only reason that the Daddario person was in there is because she had big boobs and she was just a pretty face to look at.
That was it.
I was pissed at that first scene where she's sitting by the pool and talking with thing. I was like, yeah, good, she's hot. What does this scene have to do with this movie? And then from then on, I just judged the movie. You just put attractive people in dire situations and made them wet. That is like literally all they did.
AKA 47 feet down under, or whatever that new Netflix shark movie is.
Is
it's
that-
horrible.
It's just attractive
two
women,
whiny
or-
white girls that whine every time something happens to them. I drop my flashlight.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm fucking the ocean. Don't go to the ocean. I was in the you can't see shit. There's stuff that we can't see in the ocean.
Don't
Yeah,
go in there.
I'd rather go where you like. Where would you rather go? I'd rather go into a giant park full of lions because I can see them and I know they're coming and kill me.
Super
if I'm in the
spoiler
ocean,
alert.
I don't know where fucking shit's at.
Super spoiler alert about that movie. It's two white girls who scuba dive off of a fucking shrimp fishing boat.
Well, first off, is it minorities on that boat?
Don't they?
No.
Oh,
don't
they're
they,
white people?
This is a white movie.
Well, that's all fucked up.
There you go.
You know that wouldn't happen in real life.
They
Actually, no,
people
that would have because
white
I only
people are
trust
crazy.
minorities. They're like, the crane is fine.
I was-
It's fine.
I was talking to Reggie. Me and Reggie were watching it, and after it's done, I was like, "We should make that movie." He was like, "Yep, it probably lasts about 30 seconds." You want to go scuba diving? Nope. Credits.
No,
We're not doing that
It'd be
shit,
two black guys like, hey, y'all want to go in this cage and go in the water with sharks? Fuck that.
nigga.
Yeah.
Done.
That's why. That's
This
why.
is a shrimp boat, right? Y'all got some shrimp? Oh hell yeah, let's go get some shrimp. And then that would be done.
Why are we on the boat? No, that was the whole thing. Was like that big joke about horror movies. If it was like, it would only have to be a white family because no black families. Because
black-
like
we
there's
ain't
shit
doing
going
that.
on. Yeah, we're moving.
Yeah,
Like white people were like, oh no, you know what? We'll just sit here and
or like
deal
any
with
other race, like the Mexicans, like no, the Guadalupe will not like this. And
Right.
then, like Asian family,
it.
like
El Diablo.
yeah, the Asian family, like we are gonna find a ghost and kill the ghost, and then we're going to sell a ghost. And I was like, I'm like, dude, yeah. Any the white people like, no, let's just sit here and
It's fine.
Feel like
We'll just deal with it.
Steven, the clock's moving. Steven.
Did that painting just drop? Is it floating? It's fine.
I better go check it out. Ooh,
It's
a creepy
fine.
attic hole. Let's go check it out. I'm gonna stick my head in first, but not use a flashlight.
Black people hear a crack and we're like, we need to
Fuck
move.
that.
That's just
Nope.
it.
This house
Yeah.
is too creaky. We can't live here.
I've had enough. Like the whole thing. What the fucking I forgot the movie.
It's probably not worth remembering.
It's not.
But anyways,
I'm done.
all right. So yeah, once again, thanks for listening, guys, to Tight Talk. This is our 25th podcast with John, Kenny, and Brandon. But yeah, be sure to check out our Twitter and our Twitter and our Instagram, official TITE. Also, please check out our Facebook, www.facebook.com/timeenemy. Be sure to like or dislike this, but please do share and share some terrible comments. We
Chia,
probably
chia.
won't read them. But other than that, once again, thanks for listening to Tight Talk. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. Vin Diesel stop making movies.
I feel good.
And with that.